chosen ones, for the next few minutes, I need your undivided attention. Stop whatever you're doing right now. Put your phone down, turn off the TV, and quiet all the noise from the outside world. Because tonight, Tuesday, November 11th, 2025, isn't just another night. It's not just an ordinary date on the calendar that you'll simply forget about. What's about to happen is a sacred echo. This is an urgent, time-sensitive message intended only for the souls who are destined to hear it. If you've found this video, it's definitely not by accident. There's no algorithm, no coincidence, and absolutely no chance involved here. Your higher self, your spirit guides, and the quiet whisper of your own awakening soul have guided you to this exact moment, to this exact message, because you are one of the chosen ones. Tonight, the 11/11 spiritual awakening portal isn't just going to open a little, it's going to tear a rift right through the fabric of our reality, creating a direct connection to the fifth dimension. And its energy is carefully calibrated to find you and only you. This cosmic event is a targeted, energetic wave, a divine download specifically encoded for the DNA of those who are already awakening. And it's absolutely critical that you are prepared for this. The effects of what will transpire between sunset tonight and sunrise tomorrow will ripple through the rest of your life, unlocking miracles you've only dreamed of and activating a destiny so profound that you can barely comprehend it right now. So I need you to do something for me right now as a sign of your soul's readiness. Please like this video to signal to the universe that you are open and receptive to what's coming. Subscribe to Portal of Awakening. We are a sanctuary for the chosen, a beacon in the dark, and you'll definitely need guidance in the days to come. And finally, and this is the most important part of all, type the number 111 inches the comments below. Do it right now. This isn't just a simple comment, it's an act of energetic activation. It's you raising your hand in the cosmos and declaring, I am here, I am ready, I consent to this transformation. The 111 portal is a master gateway. In the ancient schools of spiritual mystery, numbers weren't just mere symbols for counting things. They are living frequencies, each vibrating with its own unique energy. The number 1 is the number of creation, of new beginnings, of the individual spark of the divine. When you see it doubled, as in the master number 11, it represents heightened intuition, profound spiritual insight, and a direct connection to the higher realms of consciousness. It is the number often associated with the prophet, the mystic, the spiritual channel. But tonight, we have something even more powerful than that. We have 11/11. The gateway is effectively doubled in strength. This creates the frequency of the number 22, often called the Master Builder, the frequency of turning even your wildest dreams into tangible reality, of manifesting the spiritual into the physical world. This is essentially the code for building your brand new life. This specific portal on November 11th, 2025, is truly a once-in-a-generation event. Ancient calendars from the Mayans all the way to the Vedic astrologers have pointed to this very period as a time of profound energetic shift. Even NASA itself has reported unprecedented solar flares and unusual electromagnetic fluctuations around our planet, causing noticeable spikes in the Schumann resonance, which is essentially the very heartbeat of planet Earth. They see it as a scientific anomaly that they can't quite explain. It's the planet herself recalibrating, raising her vibrational frequency to to match the incoming cosmic light. And we, the sensitive souls, are the first responders in this energetic shift. We are the energetic conduits for this change. Many will walk through this day completely oblivious to anything happening. They'll go to work as usual, sit in soul-crushing traffic, watch meaningless entertainment on TV, and feel nothing but a vague sense of anxiety or a general restlessness that they can't quite explain. They are still plugged into the 3D matrix, the world of illusion and limitation. But you feel it, don't you? You've felt it building for days, maybe even weeks now. Let's talk a little bit about the specific signs, because the universe has been practically screaming at you, preparing you for this very moment. Have you been feeling an unexplainable tingling sensation in your hands or your feet, or perhaps at the crown of your head? This isn't a medical issue that you need to worry about. This is the activation of your energy meridians. Your body's sacred circuitry is being prepared to handle a higher voltage of divine energy. Have you been hearing a high-pitched ringing in your ears? A sound that seems to come from absolutely nowhere. You're definitely not going crazy. You're downloading new frequency codes, new information from your star family and your guides, completely bypassing your conscious mind and going straight into your cellular memory. Have you been experiencing sudden, intense waves of emotion? One moment, you feel a profound sadness that brings you to tears, and the next moment, you experience a surge of ecstatic joy for absolutely no reason at all. This is what's known as the Great Shadow Purge. The 11/11 portal is forcing all buried, unresolved karma and deep ancestral trauma to the surface, to be seen, felt, and ultimately released forever. You are essentially clearing lifetimes of energetic debris to make room for the light. Your dreams have become more vivid, more bizarre, and definitely more symbolic than ever before, haven't they? You might be dreaming of flying, of visiting ancient temples, of speaking to loved ones who have passed on, or seeing complex geometric patterns of light. These aren't just ordinary dreams. This is your higher self, communicating directly with you in the dream portal, giving you specific instructions and showing you glimpses of your true destiny. You've been seeing 1111 everywhere, on clocks, on license plates, on receipts. You're even seeing 222, 3333, and 444. These aren't just coincidences. These are winks from the universe, confirmation codes from your angels, telling you that you are definitely on the right path, that you are aligned with your true purpose, and that a miracle is imminent. Many of you have been waking up suddenly between 3:00 a.m. and 4:00 a.m. This is known as the sacred hour, the time when the veil between the different worlds is at its absolute thinnest. When you wake up during this time, it's your soul being called to attention, being asked to sit in stillness and receive the profound downloads that are actively coming through. If you felt even just one of these signs, if you feel that unmistakable cosmic pull in your very bones, I need you to pause right now and type, "I am ready to awaken," in the comments below. Declare it boldly to the entire universe. This is essentially your contract with your own destiny. Claim this moment, because it was specifically designed for you. This is precisely why the central message of this transmission is so incredibly critical. Why it is a warning of the highest spiritual order. All chosen ones, you absolutely must not leave your home tonight. Do not go out anywhere. I repeat, do not leave your home under any circumstances. This isn't a warning of physical danger in the traditional sense. The world outside will appear perfectly normal on the surface. But on the energetic plane, it's more like a war zone of conflicting frequencies. The outside world is awash with the constant noise of the 3D matrix, filled with fear, skepticism, anxiety, psychic debris, and the chaotic low vibrational energy of the unawakened masses. Tonight, your energetic body is more open, more sensitive, and therefore more vulnerable than it has ever been. You are like a sacred flower blooming for the very first time. To expose that delicate bloom to the harsh, polluted psychic environment of the outside world would be to risk contaminating the pure divine codes that are currently being downloaded into your very DNA. Leaving your home during the peak hours of this incredibly powerful portal is like trying to receive a delicate and complex radio signal in the middle of a screaming heavy metal concert. The signal will inevitably become scrambled and distorted. The divine downloads will be corrupted by the static of collective fear and disbelief. Your home tonight absolutely must become your temple, your sanctuary, your sacred vessel for transformation. It is the energetic cocoon where your metamorphosis can take place in its purest, most undiluted form. You must clearly understand that the energy of the 111 portal is intelligent. It is actively seeking fertile ground. It's looking for a clear channel, a quiet harbor, to deliver its precious cargo of light information and profound blessings. By staying home, you create that clear channel that it needs. You're essentially telling the universe that you are honoring this sacred appointment, that you are prioritizing your spiritual evolution above all worldly distractions. The mundane tasks, the social gatherings, the errands, they can all wait until later. This is a fundamental choice between receiving a diluted, fragmented version of the miracle that is meant specifically for you, or receiving it in its full, untainted, life-altering potency. When you are safely within your own personal space, your energetic field is at its absolute strongest. You are surrounded by your own unique frequency, your own pure intentions. This creates a protective shield, a bubble of high vibrational energy that allows the portal's light to integrate with your being seamlessly and effortlessly. You are essentially being asked to become a guardian of your own energy, to protect your own sacred vessel from outside interference. This is the very first test of the awakening soul. Can you honor the call to stillness? Can you consciously choose the unseen world of energy over the distractions of the material world for just one single night? Because what is coming through this portal is essentially the blueprint for your brand new reality. It contains the essential codes for your divine purpose, the unique frequency of your soulmate, the vibration of true abundance, and the activation of your dormant spiritual gifts. To risk corrupting that blueprint in any way is to risk delaying your own magnificent destiny. The world outside will still be there, waiting for you tomorrow. But the unique, pristine, and incredibly powerful energetic configuration of this specific 11-11 gateway will not return in our lifetime. Your only task tonight is to prepare the vessel to sanctify your personal space and to fully open yourself to receive the blessings that are on their way. The miracles are quite literally lining up at your door, and you simply need to be home to answer when they knock. So you've made the choice, you've clearly heard the call, and you've committed to honoring this sacred cosmic appointment with the universe. You've decided to make your home, your temple, your sanctuary for the profound metamorphosis that is already actively underway. This is the first and by far the most crucial step in this entire process. By doing so, you've effectively separated your personal frequency from the chaotic static of the world and created a pristine, energetic vessel for the divine to pour into. Now, let's talk in more detail about what will actually happen within the sacred walls of your home tonight. Let's delve into the invisible mechanics of this incredible 11-to-11 portal, so you can truly understand with every fiber of your being why your stillness and focus are so absolutely paramount during this time. What is descending upon you is not just a single isolated event, it's a sequenced, intelligent, multi-layered activation, carefully designed for your optimal awakening. Think of it as a divine software update for your soul, delivered in 3 distinct and incredibly powerful waves of transformative energy. Each wave is specifically designed to recalibrate a different aspect of your being: your energetic body, your karmic blueprint, your heart's unique frequency, and ultimately, your physical DNA. The first wave, which will begin to intensify as the sun begins to set, is what the ancient mystics often called the Great Energetic Severing. For your entire life, and in fact for lifetimes before this one, your soul has been tethered by countless invisible energetic cords. Cords to past relationships that ended in pain. Cords to family members who may not truly understand your chosen path. Cords to limiting societal expectations that have kept you playing small. And cords to your own past versions of yourself, particularly the self consumed by fear, doubt, and feelings of unworthiness. These cords are not just simple memories. They are active, energetic channels that continuously drain your personal power, siphon your vital life force, and keep you firmly anchored to a lower vibrational timeline of existence. You've likely felt them, haven't you? That feeling of taking 2 steps forward in life and then inexplicably 1 step back. That frustrating sense that no matter how hard you try, some invisible force is subtly holding you in place and preventing you from truly moving forward. That is the accumulated weight of these psychic and karmic cords that you've unknowingly been carrying around. Tonight, the intense frequency of the 11-to-11 portal acts as a divine blade of pure amethyst light. It is specifically designed to sweep through your energetic field and with surgical precision sever every single cord that is not in direct alignment with your highest destiny. All of them. This process can sometimes be quite intense for people. You may suddenly find your mind flooded with vivid memories of old friends, past lovers, or difficult family situations that you haven't thought about in years. Do not be alarmed by this. This is definitely not a regression in any way. It is simply a final review. Your soul is showing you each connection one last time, allowing you to see it with clarity and compassion before the cord is permanently cut forever. You might feel a sudden sharp pang of sadness, followed by an immense and inexplicable wave of relief, as if a great weight has been lifted from your shoulders. You might even feel a physical sensation in your solar plexus, which is often considered the center of your personal power. As these tethers are actively released, it is absolutely critical that you do not in any way resist this natural process. Simply observe them with a neutral, detached perspective. Thank them sincerely for the invaluable lessons they taught you, and then consciously let them go. Breathe deeply and deliberately and imagine this powerful blade of violet light moving completely through you, freeing you, and ultimately liberating you from these past attachments. The Great Energetic Severing is essentially a cosmic jailbreak for your soul. It's completely clearing your energetic slate, reclaiming all the power and energy that has been needlessly leaking into your past, and returning it to you right here in this present moment, so that you can effectively fuel the creation of your brand new reality. You are being unplugged from the old 3D matrix of limitation so that you can consciously plug in to the 5D grid of infinite possibility that awaits you. This is the first miracle of the 11 to 11 Gateway, absolute unconditional energetic freedom. The power of the collective is truly immense, and when we declare our intentions together as a unified group, we dramatically magnify the effect for absolutely everyone involved. Go to the comments right now and type with conviction, "I release all that no longer serves me." Feel the absolute truth of those powerful words resonating within your very being. Clearly declare your freedom and liberation to the universe. This is your moment to embrace true freedom. Claim it fully and completely right now. The severing of these cords is a prerequisite for the second great wave of the portal's transformative energy. Once your energetic field has been thoroughly cleared of all these old attachments, you automatically become a clear and completely open channel for what comes next. The Akashic Download. The Akashic Records are not a physical place that you can visit. They are more like a vibrational library of all information. A cosmic internet that holds the complete memory of every soul's journey through all of time, space, and dimensions. It is essentially the memory of the entire universe itself. Within this sacred archive is your soul's unique book, the complete record of every single life you have ever lived, every lesson you have ever learned, every unique gift you have ever mastered, and the sacred contract you made with the Postivation universe before you consciously incarnated into this current life. This contract essentially details your true and unique divine purpose in this lifetime. For most of humanity, direct access to this crucial information is often blocked by layers of karmic debris. But tonight, for the chosen ones who are ready, the 11 to 11 portal opens a direct high-speed connection to your own personal Akashic records. This download will not come as words or fully formed thoughts in your conscious mind. Don't expect to suddenly hear a distinct voice clearly dictating your life's purpose to you. This critical information will be downloaded directly into your subconscious mind and ultimately into your cellular memory as small packets of light-encoded data. It will feel like a deep, quiet, and unshakable knowing that settles deep into your bones and becomes an integral part of who you are. You may suddenly just intuitively know why you have always been inexplicably drawn to a certain place, a particular skill, or a specific type of person. You may have sudden flashes of insight about your past lives, a sudden affinity for ancient Egypt, a deep understanding of herbal medicine that you never consciously learned, or a recurring dream of a place you've never physically been to. This is essentially your soul's memory reawakening from within you. The very core of this Akashic download is the activation of your personal purpose code that you've been carrying within you all along. You'll begin to feel an undeniable pull, a magnetic attraction toward the very path you were always truly meant to walk. The confusion will begin to lift. The persistent doubt will start to dissolve, and the nagging question of, "What am I truly here to do?" will slowly be replaced by the quiet, confident certainty of your soul's unwavering mission. For some of you, this will be a clear call to be a healer, a teacher, or a spiritual guide. For others, it will be to create beautiful art, to innovate, to build thriving communities, or to be a dedicated guardian of the earth. Your unique purpose is as individual and distinct as your soul's unique fingerprint. And tonight, that specific blueprint is finally being fully activated from within you. During this transformative phase, it is vitally important to be in a state of quiet receptivity. Meditate quietly if you can. Lie in stillness, allowing your mind to quiet. Put on some high-frequency music, like solfeggio tones or binaural beats, which can help your brainwaves attune to the higher frequency of the download. Pay close attention to any brilliant ideas that pop into your mind, any strong urges you feel, or any symbols you see in your mind's eye. These are the very first translations of the light codes that you are actively receiving, and this ultimately leads us to the third and perhaps most beautiful wave of this incredible cosmic event, the Grand Heart Chakra recalibration. Your heart is not just a muscle that simply pumps blood throughout your body. It is the most powerful electromagnetic generator in your entire being, a veritable stargate to the higher dimensions and ultimately the very seat of your soul. Throughout your life, your precious heart has endured so much. It has been broken, bruised, and even betrayed at times. In direct response to this pain, you have likely built strong walls around it in order to protect it from further damage. Walls of fear, of mistrust, of deep cynicism. These protective walls, while certainly intended to protect you from further pain, have also inadvertently blocked you from both giving and receiving the very highest frequency of all unconditional love. They have often distorted the signal of your heart's broadcast, making it incredibly difficult for your true soul connections to effectively find you. The pure energy of the 11 to 11 portal is a wave of pure rose gold Christ consciousness light. It is ultimately the frequency of divine love itself. Tonight, this incredibly powerful energy will pour gently into your heart chakra, not with force, but with a gentle, pervasive warmth that will permeate every part of your being. It will gently seep into the cracks of the walls you have painstakingly built around your heart, dissolving them slowly, layer by layer. It will soothe the old wounds, release the stored grief, and forgive all that has come before in your life. You may find yourself crying for no immediately apparent reason. A deep, cathartic release of ancient sorrow and past pain. Just let it flow freely. These are not ultimately tears of sadness. They are essentially liquid light, actively cleansing your precious heart of all that is not truly love. This profound recalibration is doing something incredibly important for you. It is purifying and amplifying your soulmate signal that you broadcast to the universe. Every soul has a unique energetic signature, a distinctive heart song that is unique to them. When your heart is wounded and heavily shielded, that beautiful song is often muffled and distorted. Tonight, as your heart is gently healed and opened, your authentic heart song will begin to broadcast out into the universe with perfect clarity and increased power. This is ultimately a magnetic call to your soul family, and most importantly, to your divine counterpart, your soulmate or twin flame. If you are actively seeking your ideal partner, this powerful activation will inevitably draw them to you with astonishing speed and synchronicity. If you are already happily with your partner, it will elevate your connection to a new, higher, and far more spiritual level of union. It's also about actively aligning you with all of your important soul connections, the friends, mentors, and allies who are part of your soul tribe and are ultimately destined to walk with you on your chosen path. This intentional heart opening is the essential key to unlocking the abundance of the entire universe for you. It can ultimately only reflect back to you the precise frequency that you are actively broadcasting. When you broadcast from a place of guarded and conditional love, you will naturally receive conditional abundance in return. When your heart is recalibrated to broadcast the pure frequency of unconditional and open love, you will effortlessly become a powerful magnet for miracles, for deep joy, for amazing opportunities, and for a harmonious flow of wealth that is perfectly aligned with your soul's true purpose. You are actively becoming a walking, talking beacon of 5D love frequency to the world. To aid this transformative process, create a simple personal ritual for yourself. Light a pink or green candle to honor your heart. Place your hands gently over your heart and breathe deeply into that sacred space. With each inhale, imagine that you are actively breathing in this beautiful rose gold light. With each exhale, imagine that you are effortlessly releasing all old pain, all lingering fear, and all underlying resentment that you've been holding on to. Simply say the words aloud with conviction. My heart is open. I am ready to give and receive love. Feel the shift occurring. It is real, and it is actively happening right now. The profound awakening of your heart and soul requires your conscious participation and intention. Go to the comments and declare with your whole being. By typing this, you are sending a powerful ripple of confirmation out into the cosmos, consciously signaling your deep acceptance of the sacred knowledge that is rightfully yours. Now, in order to maximize your reception of these three incredibly powerful waves, you must consciously and deliberately prepare your sacred space ahead of time. Your home must be consciously transformed from a simple dwelling into a true energetic temple for this sacred occasion. First, thoroughly cleanse the space. You can easily do this by burning sage, Palo Santo, or incense, allowing the smoke to carry away any stagnant or negative energies that may be lingering. As you do this, actively hold the clear intention that you are specifically clearing the space for only divine light to enter. If you don't have access to these tools, you can simply use sound instead. Ring a bell, clap your hands in every corner of the room, or play high-frequency cleansing music. Sound is ultimately vibration, and it effectively shatters any lower energetic patterns that may be present. Second, create a simple altar in your home. This doesn't need to be elaborate at all. It can simply be a small table, or even just a corner of a room. Place on it objects that are sacred and personally meaningful to you. A candle to represent the fire of your spirit. A glass of pure water to represent your emotions and the natural flow of life. A crystal to ground and amplify the incoming energy. And perhaps a photo or object that represents your highest aspirations and goals in life. This altar will become your focal point for the evening, an anchor for the divine energies to concentrate their efforts on. Tonight, the particular crystal you choose is especially important. Clear quartz is a master amplifier that can be used for many purposes. Amethyst directly connects you to the divine realm and also protects your precious psychic field. Rose quartz will gently open your heart chakra and allow you to experience more love. Selenite effectively cleanses your aura and connects you to your angelic guides and helpers. Hold your chosen crystal gently in your hand as you meditate or rest quietly. It will act like an antenna, drawing the portal's powerful energy directly into your physical and energetic bodies, and helping you to consciously integrate the beneficial codes that are coming. Drink plenty of purified water throughout the day, even more than you usually would. Water is essentially a liquid crystal, a natural conductor of energy and information. By consciously hydrating your body, you are actively preparing your individual cells to effectively receive and hold these brand new light codes that are being transmitted to you. Consciously avoid heavy foods, alcohol, and any sort of low vibrational media, such as violent movies or negative news. You want your vessel to be as clear and pure as physically possible. This is ultimately a night for sacred silence, for deep introspection, and for conscious communion with your own precious soul. You are essentially the guest of honor at a divine banquet, and your only task is to gratefully show up, be fully present in the moment, and openly receive the nourishment that is being lovingly offered to you. These preparations are absolutely not mere suggestions. They are powerful acts of sacred co-creation that you are consciously engaging in. You are deliberately showing the universe that you are taking this opportunity very seriously, and that you are an active and willing participant in your own personal evolution. And it is this very willingness that unlocks the deepest and most profound layers of the portal's powerful magic, preparing your physical body for the final and most transformative shift of all, the activation of your dormant DNA and the full awakening of your crystalline light body. A profound process that will effectively rewrite the very definition of what it truly means to be human. Listen carefully now, because we are officially moving beyond the preparatory stages, beyond the initial cleansing of the vessel, and directly into the very heart of the dye. This is the core of the alchemical process unfolding within you this evening. We've discussed the cutting of energetic cords, the downloading of Akashic wisdom, and the recalibration of your sacred heart. These adjustments are fundamental changes to your energetic programming. However, the ultimate objective of this 11-to-11 gateway, the real purpose of this massive cosmic download, is a physical one. It involves a biological upgrade of incredible magnitude. What you are experiencing tonight is nothing short of the beginning of a complete overhaul of your human operating system at its most fundamental level, your DNA. This isn't a metaphor or a symbolic concept. It's a literal, biological transformation from a carbon-based being to a crystalline-based being of light. For many years, scientists have referred to junk DNA, using this term for the 97% of our genetic code that they didn't understand. They assumed it was just leftover evolutionary material, inactive and useless. What a colossal and arrogant error. That 97% isn't junk at all. It's a dormant, divinely encoded spiritual inheritance. It contains the blueprints for your multidimensional consciousness, your psychic abilities, your potential for instant healing, your direct connection to the source, and your eventual physical immortality. It's your crystalline DNA, patiently awaiting a frequency signal powerful enough to reactivate it. Tonight's 11-to-11 portal is precisely that signal. The intense, high-frequency light showering the planet is vibrating at a specific harmonic resonance that directly interacts with those dormant strands of your DNA. Think of it like a cosmic tuning fork, causing the sleeping giants within your cells to awaken and resonate in harmony. This light is literally activating those latent codes. As this occurs, the atomic structure of your cells begins a slow, consistent metamorphosis. The carbon atoms, which have defined human biology for ages, are dense, vibrate slowly, and can hold only a limited amount of light. The activation of your crystalline DNA initiates the process of transmuting this carbon into silicon. Silicon, especially in its crystalline form, quartz acts as a transmitter-receiver and amplifier of energy and information. That's why silicon crystals are used to power computers and communication technologies. Your body is being upgraded to become a biological quantum computer of unimaginable power. Your cells are becoming tiny crystals capable of holding more light, processing more information, and vibrating at a much higher frequency. This is the biological foundation of the 5D human, the birth of your light body. This process represents the most profound miracle of the portal, which is why integration over the coming days and weeks is so important. You are being physically rebuilt from the inside out. The physical sensations you may be experiencing, tingling, humming, or vibrating sensations in your body as you try to sleep, or sudden heat flashes, aren't just your imagination. They are the friction of this transmutation. The hum of your cellular engines being upgraded, the heat of spiritual alchemy, turning the lead of your old carbon self into the gold of your new crystalline being. The implications of this biological upgrade are almost impossible for the 3D mind to fully comprehend. The first and most immediate manifestation you'll notice is what can be called the great acceleration of synchronicity. Before tonight, you might have experienced moments of synchronicity, like thinking of a song and hearing it on the radio, or needing an answer and finding it in a book that falls off a shelf. These were small nudges from the universe. What you're about to experience is on an entirely different scale. As your body becomes a crystalline antenna, your entire being begins to broadcast a clear, powerful, high-frequency signal into the quantum field. This signal is the pure frequency of your soul's desires, your heart's truth, and your divine purpose. Now, unburdened by the static of old karmic cords and emotional blockages, the universe, which is a quantum field of infinite potential, has no choice but to respond to this clear signal. It will begin to rearrange itself around your new frequency. The right people will suddenly call. The perfect opportunities will land in your inbox. The resources you need will appear as if from nowhere. You might think, I need to find a new place to live, and the next day, a friend will call, saying they know of the perfect apartment that just became available. You might have a question about your spiritual path. Walk into a store, and a book with the exact answer will be sitting on a table waiting for you. This isn't luck, it's quantum physics. You're no longer trying to manifest your reality by pushing and struggling against the current. You have become the current. Your reality will begin to flow to you effortlessly and joyfully, because you're now a perfect vibrational match for the timeline where all of your desires already exist. Your only job is to trust the flow. Pay attention to these synchronicities and act on them without hesitation, because they are the breadcrumbs guiding you home to your most magnificent destiny. This is your power, the birthright being returned to you, the ability to co-create your reality in harmony with the divine. You need to feel this power rising within you and claim it as your own. Go to the comments right now and declare, "I am a magnet for miracles and synchronicities." You aren't just writing words, you're writing the code for your new life. The second major miracle that will emerge from this DNA activation is the grand unlocking of your dormant spiritual gifts. The abilities you've read about dismissed as myth or magic are encoded within you. They aren't for a select few. They are the natural inheritance of an awakened crystalline human. As these new genetic pathways open up, you'll find your senses expanding beyond the 5 physical ones. Your third eye, the pineal gland in the center of your brain, is being decalcified and activated by this light. This will unlock your inner vision. You may begin to see auras, the subtle energy fields around people and plants. You might see shimmering lights, orbs, or geometric patterns in the air. This is the beginning of clairvoyance. You might start to hear things, not with your physical ears, but within your mind. A soft voice offering guidance, a whisper of your name, when no one is there, or even beautiful celestial music. This is clairaudience, the gift of clear hearing. You'll notice your empathy deepening to a profound degree. You'll be able to walk into a room and instantly feel the emotional state of everyone in it. You'll know what others are feeling without them saying a word. This is clairsentience, the gift of clear feeling, and it's the foundation for profound healing abilities. Some of you will feel energy flowing through your hands, making them hot or tingle intensely. You'll have the urge to place them on a person, a plant, or an animal in pain. And you'll discover that you're a channel for healing energy. Others will find that your words become incredibly powerful. When you speak your truth, it will resonate deeply with others, inspiring and uplifting them. This is the activation of your throat chakra, the power of channeled speech and decree. The dream portal will become a classroom. You'll find yourself receiving profound teachings, meeting with your spirit guides, and traveling to other dimensions in your sleep, returning with knowledge and insights you couldn't have learned while awake. Don't be afraid of these experiences. They are as natural to your new crystalline self as breathing. You're simply remembering who you have always been, a multidimensional being of light. These gifts are your tools, your senses, for navigating the higher realms. The key is to approach them with humility, curiosity, and the pure intention to use them for the highest good of all. You are being entrusted with great power because you've proven that your heart is ready to wield it with love and integrity. The third and most reality-altering miracle is the great collapse of old timelines. This may be the most difficult to understand, but it's the most liberating. You must understand that your old life, the life of struggle, lack, and feeling trapped, existed on a specific vibrational frequency. It was a reality perfectly matched to the old carbon-based, cord-tethered, heart-walled version of you. As your core frequency undergoes this radical permanent upshift tonight, you are literally vibrating out of that old reality. You're becoming vibrationally incompatible with it. Because of this, it has to fall away and dissolve. The job you've been dreading, the one that drains your soul, you may suddenly be laid off from, or you may find the courage to walk away from it, knowing serenely that it's over. The toxic relationship that has been a source of constant pain and drama will either transform into a healthy connection, or it will end suddenly and perhaps unexpectedly, but with a feeling of profound peace and finality. The financial debt that has felt like a crushing weight will see an unexpected solution appear, a new source of income, a forgotten asset, a sudden gift that clears the path. It may seem like chaos from the outside. The 3D mind will label these events as bad or scary, but your soul will know the truth. This isn't a demolition. It's a divine clearing of the land. The universe is removing everything from your life that cannot come with you into the 5th dimension. It's demolishing the old rickety shack of your past so that you have a clean foundation upon which to build the palace of your future. This is a time for radical trust. When these old structures begin to crumble, you must not panic. You must not try to glue the pieces back together. You must hold the vision of what you are creating and know that this clearing is making space for something infinitely better. You are stepping off a timeline of karma and onto a timeline of grace. You are moving from a reality based on cause and effect to one based on divine synchronicity and flow. This requires a quantum leap of faith. It requires you to release your grip on how you thought your life should look and to surrender to the magnificent, divinely orchestrated plan unfolding for you. In the days and weeks following this portal, you'll be in a crucial integration phase. Your body, mind, and spirit will be working overtime to acclimate to this new, incredibly high frequency. You may experience what are known as ascension symptoms. You might feel profoundly tired, a bone-deep fatigue that no amount of sleep can seem to cure. This is normal. Your body is undergoing a massive reconstruction at the cellular level. Honor this need for rest. Sleep is when the deepest integration occurs. You might feel dizzy, lightheaded, or have a sense of being disconnected from your surroundings as if you are here, but not here. This is you fluctuating between the 3rd and 5th dimensions, your consciousness learning to stabilize in its new, expanded state. Ground yourself by walking barefoot on the earth, eating root vegetables, or simply placing your hands on a tree. Your diet may change dramatically. You may suddenly lose your taste for heavy processed foods, meat, and alcohol. You will crave clean, light, high vibrational foods, fruits, vegetables, pure water. Listen to your body. It knows exactly what it needs to support this transformation. You may also feel a sense of emotional detachment from people and situations that used to trigger you. Dramas that once consumed you will now seem distant and irrelevant. This is a sign that your frequency has truly shifted. You are observing the 3D world from a higher 5D perspective. Embrace these changes. They are all signs that the activation was successful. They are the markers on your path, confirming that you're on track, evolving, and indeed becoming the divine human you were always destined to be. And now, you must prepare for the final stage, learning to navigate the world with your newfound power and perception. A world that will look the same to others, but will be a completely new magical reality for you. As the very architecture of yourselves completes its initial magnificent restructuring, you must grasp a truth so profound it will shatter your entire perception of self, space, and time. Your transformation, this sacred activation of your crystalline DNA, isn't a solitary event. You haven't been upgraded in a vacuum. What you've just become is a fully activated, conscious, and critical node in the living, breathing, energetic nervous system of planet Earth herself. You've plugged into what the ancients knew as the crystalline grid of Gaia. For eons, this grid has been dormant, holding the memory of a higher dimensional Earth, waiting for a sufficient number of human souls to raise their frequency high enough to reactivate it. You, by undergoing this metamorphosis, have just become one of the master keys. Your very body, now resonating at its new crystalline frequency, acts as an acupuncture point on the planetary body. As you stand on the Earth, you're drawing the divine light from the cosmos, anchoring it through your physical form, and feeding it directly into the ley lines and energetic pathways of the planet, awakening her own crystalline structure. With this new understanding of your connection to the planet and your lineage, your very perception of time will begin to dissolve and reform. Linear time, the rigid, unchangeable progression of past, present, future, is a construct of the 3D mind. It's an illusion designed to keep you trapped in regret for the past and anxiety for the future. Your crystalline consciousness, however, doesn't operate on a line. It operates in a sphere. You're being upgraded to live in the eternal, now the single point of power from which all moments past, present, and future are accessible. Memories of your past may surface with a new clarity, and you'll find that by sending love and forgiveness to your past self from this present moment, you can actually alter the emotional charge of that memory, effectively healing your past in real time. You may also begin to receive flashes of insight, ideas, and knowings that feel like they're coming from your future, more evolved self. This is your higher self on a future timeline, sending guidance back to you, helping you make the choices that will lead you most gracefully to that reality. You're learning to exist in a quantum state, to be the master of your own timeline, by standing firmly in the power of the present moment. This is where your creative power resides, not in worrying about what is to come, but in consciously choosing your frequency, right here, right now, knowing that this single moment is the seed from which your entire future grows. Now armed with this knowledge of your place as a planetary anchor, an ancestral healer, and a master of the eternal, now you're truly ready to face the world. You're ready to learn how to wield these new abilities, navigate the old paradigms, and become the conscious, deliberate architect of your magnificent new life. The sun is rising on a new day. For the billions of souls still plugged into the matrix, it's simply Wednesday, November 12th, a day of traffic deadlines and the mundane hum of a world running on an old, outdated operating system. The world outside your window will look identical to the one you left behind when you began your sacred vigil. You feel it in the marrow of your bones, in the hum of your cells, in the serene clarity of your newly recalibrated heart. Nothing is the same, because while the world slept, you were reborn. You've passed through the fire of alchemical transmutation. You've anchored the light codes of the fifth dimension into your very biology, and you now stand as a pioneer, an emissary of a new reality on the shores of a world that hasn't yet awakened to the dawn you now embody. The great question that now sits in the quiet center of your being is, what now? How do you navigate this old world with your new eyes? How do you operate your upgraded crystalline system within a reality that still runs on the dense, slow software of the third dimension? This is the great test and the grand adventure that begins today. This is where you learn to become the master of your new reality, the divine author of the most epic story ever told, your own. First, you must fundamentally understand that the rules of engagement with reality have completely and irrevocably changed for you. Your entire life You've been taught to live by a 3D script. It was a script written by society, by your upbringing, by the collective consciousness of fear and limitation. This script told you that you must struggle, that you must work hard for every scrap, that you must compete, that life is a battle to be won through force and effort. In this old script, you were a minor character, a victim of circumstance, reacting to a plot written for you by external forces. You were taught to push the river force doors open and fight for your place. That script has now been ceremoniously and completely burned in the sacred fires of the 1111 portal. You are no longer living by that script. You've been handed a blank book with a divine pen, and your soul is now the author. You've been upgraded from a character in the story to the writer of it. This is the new 5D paradigm. You don't create through force. You create through frequency. You don't achieve through struggle. You attract through alignment. You don't chase your reality. You become a magnetic beacon that calls your reality to you. Your new job isn't to do, but to be. Your power no longer lies in the sweat of your brow, but in the clarity of your vibration. What does this mean in a practical sense? It means your focus must shift from the external to the internal. Before, you might have spent your energy trying to manipulate the outside world to get what you want. Now you must spend your energy cultivating your internal state, your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, knowing with absolute certainty that as you calibrate your inner world, the outer world must conform. It's the law of this new reality. This brings us to the most crucial daily practice for a newly awakened 5D, being vibrational hygiene. Just as you brush your teeth and shower to cleanse your physical body, you must now tend to your energetic field with the same diligence. The 3D world is saturated with low frequencies. The fear on the news, the gossip at work, the anxiety of strangers on the street. As a crystalline being, you're now a highly sensitive empath. You'll feel these energies more acutely than ever before. If you aren't vigilant, you can inadvertently absorb them, and they'll cloud your signal, lower your frequency, and pull you back into the illusion of the old reality. Your daily practice must involve moments of consciously clearing and resetting your field. This can be as simple as spending 5 minutes in the morning in silence, placing your hands on your heart and setting the intention. Today, I hold the frequency of love. I am a sovereign being of light, and I allow only that which is in my highest good to enter my field. When you come home from being out in the world, visualize a shower of golden light washing over you, cleansing away any energetic debris you may have picked up. Ground yourself daily. Nature is the great recalibrator. The earth holds a steady, pure frequency that will instantly rebalance your field. Walk barefoot on the grass, lean against a tree, listen to the birds. These simple acts are no longer just pleasantries. They are essential maintenance for your new high-performance energetic system. Remember, your vibration is now your most precious asset. Protect it fiercely. This profound shift in your very nature requires that you claim your power as a creator. This isn't a passive role. This is the moment to become the conscious architect of your life story. So I call upon you right now to join the collective consciousness of creation. Go to the comments and make the most powerful declaration of your new existence. Type with the authority of your awakened soul. I am the divine author of my reality. This isn't an affirmation. It's a statement of fact. It's you stepping fully into the role you were born to play. Claim your authorship, for the universe is waiting for your command. As you begin to live from this state of authorship, you'll face the challenge of interacting with those who are still deeply asleep, still living out the old 3D script. This may include your family, your friends, your co-workers. They won't understand the profound change that has occurred within you. They may see your new serenity as detachment, your new boundaries as rejection. Here lies the most important mission of the Chosen One. You aren't here to convince, to preach, or to convert anyone. Your mission isn't to wake anyone up. You're here to be the lighthouse. A lighthouse doesn't run all over the island looking for boats to save. It simply stands on its rock and shines its light. Your job is to simply be the new frequency, to hold your light, to embody your truth, to live from your open heart with unwavering integrity. Your very presence will become an act of spiritual activism. When you walk into a room holding the frequency of peace, you automatically begin to entrain the energy of that room to a higher state. When you respond to drama with compassion instead of reactivity, when you speak your truth with quiet confidence and love, you plant seeds in the consciousness of others that may not sprout for months or years, but they're planted nonetheless. Some will be inexplicably drawn to you. They'll say things like, "There's something different about you," or "Being around you just brings me such a sense of peace." Those who express this sentiment are often on the verge of a spiritual awakening. Your very presence, your inner light, provides them with the encouragement and the energetic frequency they need to embark on their own personal journey of self-discovery. Conversely, some individuals might find themselves repelled by you. Your elevated energetic signature can be unsettling to their ego, which feels secure in its familiar lower vibrational patterns. They might react defensively, perhaps labeling you as weird or creating emotional distance. Please remember not to internalize this reaction. It's not a reflection of you as a person. Your light is simply illuminating aspects of themselves that they are not yet prepared to confront. Offer them your blessings, send them love, and allow them to continue on their path. Your sole responsibility is to maintain your own energetic frequency. Embody the spirit of a lighthouse. Radiate your light and trust that the right individuals, the ships that resonate with your energy, will be drawn to your shore. In this new crystalline state of being, the time it takes for your thoughts to manifest physically will decrease significantly. In the old, more dense 3D reality, you could indulge in negative or fearful thoughts with less immediate consequence, because the density of that dimension provided a kind of buffer, a delay between thought and manifestation. That buffer has now dissolved for you. You are now operating in a quantum reality where your focus acts as a powerful laser, instantly shaping the energy of the quantum field into the physical form that mirrors your dominant thoughts. This means that cultivating mental discipline is no longer simply a desirable spiritual practice, it's a practical necessity. Your energy flows where your attention goes, and your reality expands accordingly. Therefore, you must become a vigilant guardian at the gateway of your mind. When you notice yourself spiraling into thoughts of fear, scarcity, or worry, gently but firmly interrupt the pattern. Say to yourself, "No, that's a storyline from the old script. I'm not writing that story anymore." Then consciously and intentionally choose a new thought a new narrative that aligns with the reality you desire to create. This is the art of casting. Not in the magical sense of casting a spell, but in the theatrical sense of casting actors for a role. You are carefully selecting the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that will become the stars of your reality's grand production. If you want to experience abundance, you must consciously choose thoughts of gratitude, prosperity, and the unwavering knowledge that you are infinitely supported. If you wish to experience love, you must cultivate feelings of self-love, open-heartedness, and the ability to recognize the divine spark in everyone you encounter. This is your primary work now, the moment-to-moment conscious curation of your internal state, knowing that you are constantly broadcasting the blueprint of your future. Finally, prepare yourself for what could be considered the soul's final exams. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, will invariably test you to ensure that you have truly integrated the lessons you've been learning. As you move forward, you may discover that old patterns, relationships, or challenges reappear in your life, seemingly out of the blue. A job offer that eerily resembles the soul-crushing work you recently left could land in your lap. A family member might attempt to draw you into the same old exhausting argument. Don't be discouraged. These are not regressions, they are final exams. The universe is essentially asking, have you truly learned? Have you genuinely shifted your energetic frequency, or will you revert to your old patterns? This is your opportunity to demonstrate your mastery. It's your chance to respond in a new way. Where you once reacted with anger, now you respond with calm detachment. Where you once surrendered your personal power, now you establish a firm and loving boundary. Where you once succumbed to fear, now you stand firm in unwavering faith. Each time you successfully navigate one of these tests, by responding from your new higher dimensional consciousness, you anchor your new reality more deeply. You demonstrate to yourself and to the cosmos that you no longer resonate with that old timeline, and it will dissolve from your experience permanently. You have been given a tremendous gift, a profound activation, and a sacred responsibility. You are a member of the ground crew for planetary ascension. You are a frequency holder for the new Earth. You are a lighthouse in the storm. This is not a minor role. It's the very reason your soul chose to incarnate here at this specific moment in cosmic history. You are not alone on this journey. Look at the thousands of comments below this video. Each one represents a point of light, another chosen soul, just like you, who has passed through the portal and is now learning to navigate this emerging world. We are a family of souls, a global network of light connected heart to heart across the planet. And here at Portal of Awakening, we offer you sanctuary guidance and a constant reminder of the magnificent, powerful divine being that you have become. So, subscribe and stay connected, because your journey is just beginning. The old world is fading away. A new world is being birthed through you. Hold your light high, trust your heart, and know without a doubt that the best is not just around the corner. It's already here, waiting for you to claim it. Welcome to the new Earth. Welcome home.